Hey, what's up everybody? Nate here from WASD20. Welcome back. Today we are going to be taking a very close look at the 7-piece RPG metal dice set from Norse Foundry. I'll be giving my review of this product. Now obviously these are beautiful dice, but we're going to take a really close look and turn a critical eye toward them and ask the question, are they really worth paying a little bit of extra money for over your standard dice? So let's get down to it and take a closer look. Today I'm going to be taking a look at some dice from Norse Foundry. These are their metal dice. They sent me a set of these. Very beautiful dice. And I'm going to be doing a little review here. We'll take a look. Now, full disclosure, they did send these to me free of charge. The dice came in this little box right here. And yep, so pretty good packaging. They were a bit hard to get out of the foam here. Pretty tight in there. Which is good, keeps them from moving around. But yes, here we have bronze dragonscale is the color and finish here. And it says, when deciding on a weapon of choice, why would you ever consider plastic when facing a horde of orcs and goblins on your doorstep? Take the initiative and invest in this set of metal dice that look like they were smelted and cast deep in the underground Norse foundries of old. The best defense is a good offense. It is important that you gear up and be prepared for the dungeon crawl ahead of you. Your weapons of choice include 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 20-sided dice. A percentile die is also included. Be true to the quest, fight well, NorseFoundry.com. Alright, so anyway, the dice themselves here, and this dice bag they sent me as well does not normally come with the dice. But the dice themselves are extremely heavy. Like, these are really heavy dice, and I would probably not recommend rolling them on a finished wood surface. And I don't think they would recommend that either. But they do look to be of very good quality. Really good. So just to take a look here, we've got the D20, got the D12, got the D10 with percentile die. Got the D8, the D6, and of course the D4. Taking a look from the bottom to the top here, the D4, very nice. It is extremely pointy and metal. This thing is a real weapon. D4s in general can be very dangerous, but this one in particular makes me really nervous. Want to keep an eye on this guy because it is extremely pointy. The D6 is big. Now, in terms of the size of this dice set, it is very comparable to a standard dice set. We'll just take a look at my Chessex dice here, for example. So yeah, it is pretty much the same size as these, but the D6, if we take a look, is quite a bit bigger. Not quite sure why that is, but we'll do a little comparison here. This is my Pathfinder beginner box die. Here's the D&D starter set die, and here is standard Chessex. So you can see it is the biggest of them, and by far the heaviest. Well, maybe not by far, but it seems like it is the heaviest of the set here. The D20 might rival it. They're pretty comparable, but yeah, pretty big D6 and no rounded edges whatsoever. Very pointed edges. All right, then we have the D8 here. D8 is the smallest of the bunch, it looks like, and pretty nice. The percentile die here. Let's roll. Oh yeah. We got a 6. Nope, we got a 9. The D12. D12 has a little more rounded edges on some of them. And the D20 as well. The D20 gets a little rounded on some edges. So in terms of the finish of these, there are some imperfections here and there. There are some things, this looks like the 2 on this D10 is a little scratched on that side. And, just minor imperfections here and there. They're not pristine, but they do seem like they're very good quality. I like that the numbers are very clean and easy to read on all of them, and they seem like they're good and deep and have some black ink in there. So that's very nice. But yeah, you can see some minor imperfections. So if we just zoom in a little bit here, you can see that like that edge starts higher, and then it starts to get a little more, it just goes down a little bit right there. So some of the edges are sharper than others, but they seem well balanced and seem like they are very well constructed. The finish here with the dragon scale, bronze dragon scale, there we go, is really nice. It looks very gold, actually. It doesn't look very bronze. This one looks a little darker than some. You can see there's some edges are darker than others. The D20 looks a little bit darker than the D12, but for the most part, yeah, they're just really nice gold looking die. Now, they do make mats that you can roll these on. They look like those mats you can get for like Magic the Gathering, sort of. They got some pretty cool ones. When I was doing a little research online, someone gave me a good tip, and that is use a mouse pad. So here I have a nice big gaming mouse pad, and yeah, we'll see how that works here. So yeah, nice big gaming mouse pad here, my Senti gaming mouse pad, nothing fancy, but you can see no chance of it dinging, and even if it rolls off, it's not going to do any damage. I think it's really that initial like drop that I would be afraid of really scratching things up. So depending on the finish of your table. But if you have a roll tray or something like that, that would probably be good too. Yeah, overall, very nice dice, and I'm really impressed. I would not probably have spent the money to buy these, but now that I have some, I kind of want to buy some more, honestly, because it just, oh man, it just feels very nice to have that weight in your hand. Now, in terms of my regular playing surface, I usually actually, when I'm running games at home, I use a big piece of clear vinyl over a battle mat. It's kind of hard for me to unfurl it here on this small computer desk, but you can see, I think this would be just fine for rolling these. So yeah, I think it'll protect the table easily, and it's still, actually I kind of like that better than the mouse pad because it still has a nice hard clank to it. And I'm very confident that vinyl this thick, I can't remember what gauge it is, but would keep these dice from scratching up the table pretty well and still provide a nice hard surface. So anyway, I'm pretty happy with them. I'm sure I will use them, and they will serve me well. Alright, so let's start wrapping up this review here. First off, these dice retail for a 7-piece set for $34.99 US. On Norse Foundry's website, you can see a little more detail. I'll put the link in the description down below, and you can see all the metals they have. They have a lot of cool different finishes, and I'll also put an Amazon affiliate link down below because they also do sell them on Amazon. But to sum it all up, while there are some minor imperfections with the dice, overall I think the quality is very good. These are a really nice set of dice. Now, be warned, they are very heavy, and they can be very loud when you roll them, depending on the surface you're using. So you'll want to make sure that you have an appropriate surface to roll them on, not just on the dining room table as is probably, but on a mouse pad, a roll tray, on your battle mat like I use. I did end up using them in the Provokers game for the whole game the other night, and I loved them. They were great, and I just had that vinyl and battle mat spread out on the table that I was using, and it was totally perfect. It wasn't too loud, and it didn't clunk around too much. They worked really well. So because they're pretty heavy and they can do damage to some finished surfaces, I don't think these dice are going to be for everyone. Given that you can get a very cheap set of polyhedral dice for $5 to $10, obviously it's a little more pricey. But if you are looking for a step up, something just a little more luxurious than your standard set of dice for a little more money, then I think you could do a lot worse than these Norse Foundry metallic dice. I think they're definitely worth it, and I highly recommend you check them out. To be honest, they're my new favorite dice. So, yeah. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you have any further questions, I would love to hear from you. If you have these dice, what do you think? Do you like them? If not, what is your favorite set of dice? Remember that if you liked this one, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed, and stay tuned. I'll be doing a review very soon of the dice bag they sent me, as well as some of these Dwarven and Elven Adventurers coins. So yeah, pretty cool. So stay tuned for those coming up, and everybody take care. You'll see me again very soon.